What's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy Norbs, and this is the 10-8 podcast. Errol Spence is making a comeback. Lamont Roach versus Kid Schofield. The Charlo twins are back beefing. Keyshawn Davis responds to Bernie the boxer. And Jared Anderson got questions as to why he isn't fighting. He said, hey, Top Rank, tell him something. All that, I don't know, after the effing break. What's up, y'all? Everybody in the building. I'm letting everybody get in. Waiting for my brother Jamel coming off his victory recently at the BKFC. He hasn't came in yet, but we definitely are. What's the word? Hectic Boxing. What's up? What's up, everybody about to tune in? How was bare knuckle experience? Norbs? Yep. Nah, I'm waiting to ask him too, bro. I'm waiting to ask my brother too. See what's good. But letting everybody tune in real quick. Some strange reason, my thing's acting up, but whatever. But again, welcome to the 10-8 podcast. Jamel had his debut at the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship this weekend and was victorious and looked sharp. He looked toit. He looked toit like a toiga. So shout out to Jamel. But there's a lot of news flowing around in boxing, and every Monday and Wednesday and Friday, the 10-8 podcast is live, answering questions and doing anything at 9 p.m. Eastern. We are streaming on YouTube, X, Twitch. Make sure y'all sign on to the Twitch as well. I'm going to tweet that link out. But yeah, please share and like and do all the good things. We're waiting for everybody to start coming into the chat. So before we start the show, but it has been an interesting week of boxing, and this is an interesting month of boxing. So, we all out here, man. We're waiting for the big Shakur fight coming up. That's going to be a big one at the end of the month, but still boxing is still making a lot of noise. Where's my guy at, bro? Oh, we got a lot to cover tonight, so bear with me, my peoples. I'm over here tweeting the link out. You know how that goes, man. This Wednesday, we have my man from the Ak and Barak podcast coming on as well. So we got some special guests as well joining us this week. So make sure y'all tune in, man. It's about to be some lit action for y'all. But as we wait for Jamel, we're gonna go through some of these topics. Shoot, I don't really want to start without my guy. I don't want to start without my guy. Should I start without my guy? Let me know. Should I start going without my brother? You know what I mean? But we are here right now. Shout out to my guy Inevitable D Block, all the people on Twitter, Rex, all the people on Instagram. Let me put out the Twitch link right now for those out there on my X. You can see the Twitch link right now. I'm about to press it for y'all. I'm about to share it. So please, I spelled Errol wrong, by the way. I always have a thing of sharing things the wrong way. It's just something I do, and I do it horribly. Let's tune in on Twitch. Let me see real quick. Trying to get it going real quick. Share link. Where else can I share this link? Oh man, it's cold. I ain't gonna lie to you. It is definitely cold right now. But yeah, we are live right now. We got some fight. Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff. Coming up. A fight here like Lamont Roach. That's interesting. I mean, I don't know if I could necessarily agree with you on that, bro. I do feel where you're coming from, but I feel like Kid Schofield is athletic as hell. Like, he's one of those guys that is very, very strong, similar to Sean Porter, and I feel like, to me, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's a tougher fight than we think. I kind of lead, if they were to fight, I kind of want to lead towards hold on, my man Jamel is in the building right now. Let me just bring him in. My guy, the legend. You look clean. You look like you ain't even getting a fight, bro. What's up?
Got a little cut right here.
Yo. So we're gonna start off with that, right? So the BKFC was on Saturday night. I was tuned in. I was going live, supporting my bro. And as I'm watching the fight, right, I'm kind of like trying to analyze it and stuff. And I'm like, Jamel's gonna take this guy out quick in the first round, right? And the first thing I realized was when he attacked you, I think in the first round, he went to throw a punch. You went to kind of block, like if you had a glove, and it got through. And I was like, yo, that's crazy, because that's just your natural instinct. And he ended up catching you, but it wasn't like crazy. But I noticed like that was a habit that you have, just an instinct that you have that I think you have to, in my opinion, it's going to be hard to get used to. Did that affect you in the fight? Like, what's the difference between?
He hit me with a right hand off the rip. I tried to catch it. So okay,
you try to catch it. You had gloves.
Okay, it wasn't a hard adjustment, because if you look, I went to just lateral movement. I started moving and just boxing.
Yes.
boxing. I can't sit there and catch these motherfuckers. This motherfucker getting through. Boom, I just had to go back. I just had to go back to the basics. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty much as if I'm like shadow boxing. Like that's how I really looked at it. If I'm just shadow boxing by myself, I just be sitting there. So that's how I thought it. Like I was shadow boxing. I was just sitting there just tapping, tap, boom, boom, and it was easy.
Yeah, no, it was really interesting, because I was on there with my guy Absolute, and I was like, yo, the crazy thing is I never really watched bare knuckle fighting, right? But it's really high impact. Like I'm like, yo, like,
was you watching the fight before I fought?
Yeah. I
was just getting put.
Bro, like there's no defense. It's just straight.
Yeah, motherfuckers go out. So people that was watching it was like nervous for me. Like I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna go out there. I'm not gonna go out there and fight. I'm not going out there and brawl like that, y'all. I'm so about to just box his motherfucking head off.
The crazy thing is the guy that fought before you was a boxer as well, and he got the victory. Yeah. And people were critiquing him, but what I did notice was what's up, biscuits, was like the adjustment that boxers have to make in there, because you can't catch stuff. And I feel like in boxing or in the BKFC, right, if you're elusive, you can be really successful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're somebody with a high guard, it might be a little more difficult because you can't use your gloves to defend. So I thought it was interesting. I actually enjoyed it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a good night. Like I said, I mean, you see the word going around social media. We put on a masterclass performance. We sweet science that shit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, he couldn't get through. He kept eating jabs. It just was so, and it's crazy. I actually saw you at one point. You showed your hands to your corner. I was watching it, and I looked at your hand. Your hand was like red. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
It was I had a lot of this blood on my motherfucking.
It was ill. Like I'm like, yo, not for nothing. I definitely am gonna be tuned in for the next BKFC.
My shit's still a bit swollen, like on the knuckles.
Like, yeah. No, you can see it. Like
this one hand, like I'm left-handed, so yeah, it's my power hand. But like, it's still a bit, but nothing like where I got hand injuries. I just kept pounding my man's face and with it. So like, it wasn't like oh, my hands is brittle. It's like, nah, like I didn't feel it until after. I ain't like record like once the adrenaline wore, that's when I started feeling like the little throbbing in my hands. And I was like, all right, so basically I had to go ice it a bit, whatever. Ibuprofen. The next day that shit went down. I just went on my motherfucking day.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, man. I'm not gonna fight. I think BKFC got something because, in my opinion, right, a lot of times boxing can get boring because you got two artists trying to paint their portrait, right? So they might not be as whatever. These guys are in there to just see blood, bro. There was one fight, that dog, like I was like, yo, they're gonna have to go to the hospital. He was all cut up. I don't remember who this guy was, but it was bad. Like I'm like, dog, like in boxing, the fight would have got stopped. That's how many cuts he had in his face.
Yeah. So man, like honestly, like boxing, from big fights, I usually wake up like my whole body sore because I remember you got gloves on, so like people you getting beat on your body and everything. So I usually wake up sore the next day after a fight, after a real grueling fight, whatever. But like one day I woke up, basically just saying the hand was a little bit throbbing, but it wasn't crazy. Like I said, the doctor was like I was the best that he seen. All I had was this little nick under my eye, whatever. But other than that, like I said, I ain't have no body aches, and I ain't have no headaches because again, it was not a lot of fucking getting pounded on the face. You know what I'm saying? One thing you really worry about is getting cut, but it's not like you getting constantly pounded on with a glove on the head. So it was like there was no headaches, nothing like that going on. So I was cool. How far I plan on going? I don't know yet. Like I said, right now, I'm just starting out. So we'll just have to see how it goes. But the next fight might be the title fight. Like because I made it just look at, what I'm saying? Because that guy that fought, he had gave someone hell to fight prior to that. Like he gave the dude beat him, but it was like a majority or split decision, some shit like that. So he gave the dude hell, and then that dude went on to fight for the title. So I was like, okay, if I fight this dude and I make it look one-sided, whatever, yeah, that should stamp me right there as like I know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? I know how to fucking fight.
One thing I did realize about your opponent was, which I felt like I knew you would cautious of because when he would throw wild, he would duck his head all the way.
Yeah, that's why I started fucking my. I started fucking my. I hit that. That's why I started going to the body. Like I said, this motherfucker. It's much trying to rip down his motherfucking head. This motherfucker was like, yo, I was hitting top of his head. So I was like, all right, so let's prevent.
And he was trying to get you to break your hand. You would have hit the top of his head, bro.
Yeah. I'm like, and that's nothing. And then on top of that, the beard was cushioned. Usually in commission, a lot of other commissions, they make you cut that shit down.
Yeah, I was asking about that before.
Commissions usually supposed to tell you they supposed to trim that shit down. Because that shit's cushion. You know what I'm saying? Come on, like man.
Why did they allow it?
He got stitched up. His earlobe, I guess I hit him on his earlobe had ripped. He had to get stitches on his eye. And I think he had to get stitches on the middle of the head, some shit like that. But like he took some damage in that bitch, yo.
Yo, it's really bloody, but a lot of people like that type of stuff. They want to see gore. They want to see
gladiator, basically gladiator sport. You know how it go. It's like that since the beginning of time.
Nah, it's definitely cool. I did not expect to like it. Like I was like, yo, whatever. But I did enjoy the cuts, the blood, just the fact that they were going for the knockout all the time. Like it was crazy. I was like, yo, like the last fight.
No, like I said, I love watching it. I love watching it. Like I said, as a spectator, love watching it. But again, I'm looking at it like, yo, I would never fight like that. Like, yo, I'm not going like because it takes one like they going broke for broke. If you fuck around miss, if you fuck around miss and motherfucker catch you, it's over. It's over.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I totally enjoyed it. I felt like I was watching like wrestling characters, like just boxing, and it was cool. It was like
the one fight, the dude shot this mom. He was cool, dude. He was winning the motherfucker. He fought this tall ass motherfucker. He was winning.
The Russian guy.
He dropped him like 4 or 5 times. He was winning. Dude came back in the fucking like last 5 minutes, 5 seconds, and me stopped him. I'm like, yo, you was winning. That was a big motherfucker. Yeah, he was, but he was. It looked like fucking Andy Cruz and Joshua at first. The way the size was looking, he was dropping dude, and dude, I don't know, dude had got up, kept getting up, and just started dumping him. I was like, yeah.
There was one fight that was awkward. It was like this fat Mexican guy that was mad. Hey, he took one shot and the fight
he went down. He was like, yeah, I know what I'm saying.
Like, bro, this guy's a pro. Like they're like MMA, and I'm watching it. He's staring at him like, yo, I'm gonna kill you. And he took one shot, and it was like in the first 30 seconds, it was over. Like I was confused. Like I'm like, bro, like what the hell just happened? But outside of that, man, I ain't gonna front. It was definitely a good time.
Oh yeah, it was cool.
Like, my son definitely hear me talking crap right now. He's supposed to be sleeping and he's up. When Errol, so let's get into the show. Congratulations, my guy. I wasn't nervous, but I was I was antsy. I was like, oh man. Somebody said when Errol's making a comeback. So let's get into the show. Rumors are swirling right now about Errol Spence versus Tim Tszyu. Paulie Malignaggi says he's heard rumors that PBC is planning for Errol Spence versus Tim Tszyu showdown. As we all know, Tim Tszyu has been not so great. I mean, they gave him a gimme fight recently. He took a beating from Fedora. I think the last fight. No, did he get a rematch? Whatever. One or two last fights, he just looked bad.
Nah. He the first Fedora fight was a war. Then he went on. Then he went on to fight that Russian. You see what happened there? That's when he got something really took damage. He got a bounce back win. Then he came back and fought Fedora again. Then he just stopped on the stool, and then since then it's just been like whatever.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, I think it's a good fight for Errol though. I like that fight.
It's definitely a good fight for Errol, especially the last time we seen Errol Spence. A lot of people questioned his physical, how he was. Can he still do 147? He just looked bad. He was getting pushed around by Bud. Is it the fact that Bud is that great, or was there something wrong with Errol? So I think this is, ironically, it took him 3 years. I'm pretty much going to be 3 years to come back. So, it's a lot of questions. So I agree. I think it's definitely a smart move for them to fight Tim Tszyu. I mean, Tim Tszyu is a very damaged fighter at this point. I don't know where Tszyu, is going to be in the next couple of years, but I like it. I like the fight. I want to see where Errol Spence is. And, I mean, how do you feel about it?
It's a good fight for Errol. I think it's a good fight for Errol. A respectable name, at least. You know what I'm saying? Tim Tszyu isn't the most durable guy. You know what I mean? So I think it's definitely a good fight for Errol to make his introduction into the 154-pound division. So if he's serious about it, it's not a bad name. And we all know, let's be real. Shout out to my man EJ. EJ showed love over the weekend. But like I said, his base would just be happy just to see him back regardless. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a good fight. Especially coming up for 3 years. I mean, it's crazy how time went by that fast though, bro.
Let me ask you a question. And no, 100% goes fast. Do you think this is a I'm back fight, or is this a fight basically like I didn't want people's lives?
I think depending on, like I said, I think it's more of an I'm back. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think it's more I'm back as opposed to
because in that case,
I don't want people to remember me.
In that case, you stay home like you've been doing for the past 3 years. You see, like I say, you can see. I mean, the way he's living right now and chilling and enjoying his life with his family and his kids. Yeah. It's like he unbothered anyway by the last fight by far. I think it's more that I missed the sport and I want to come back. I don't think it's more of a I'm trying to leave out on a high note. No, I think he was coming back to say I'm back. I missed it. Okay, and I'm on. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't think he needs the money. Like I said, Errol's been smart. I don't think he needs the money. Like I said, for the last 3, he's been living his life like he hasn't in his investments. I just think he just misses, like a lot of us. We just miss fighting, yo. It just is what it is. It's a fighter. Motherfucker just miss fighting.
I'm definitely intrigued to see how Errol comes back to the ring. I mean, I see
for real, Joe. Let's be real. If he go out here and dominate Tszyu, you know they're gonna do everything to have these fucking these dream matchups now. Especially 154 is a stacked division. Yeah. That's definitely gonna end up like even if it is money, he's gonna have a lot of big names to make money. They finally might get the Virgil All Texas Showdown. You might, depending on how a Fundora over there, this one over there, you know what I'm saying? Hell, him and Jamel Charlo ain't been on the same page lately. We can probably get, get that fight over there. They understand. So I think if he goes out there and dominates with Tszyu, Errol can have a lot of fun matches where he can make the money that 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 makes sense. I think he'll dominate the Tszyu fight, but again, 154 is a stacked division. But it's good to see. I just want to get that ring rust off, and who knows? Him not cutting that extra 7 pounds, which is a lot. From 47 to 54, that can make a big difference also. And because also, I've known Errol since for 16 years. He was all in the amateurs. He was always at 152. You know what I'm saying? That's right in his alley. That's where he was dominating. Where he got his name at. Around that weight, around that ballpark. So I think, with the weight, it definitely is going to make him, be a lot healthier and stronger. But I'm just happy.
He could have an eye injury as well. So, You get a lot of time, 3 years to get it to the heel. I mean, I don't know how delicate the eye socket is or how long it takes to fully heal, but he's definitely got enough time, and I don't think it should be questioned anymore about the eye. So I look forward to it though. So I definitely think it's a great matchup. Joe thinks he says I think he's a show. I think he'll look less than human against Sue.
We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, I'll tell you this: Zoo's not going to be moving anyway. He's gonna be an easy target to hit. I think Tim Zoo. If I had to pick between the two, who I feel like is more done, I'm gonna say Zoo. I think Zoo's done, like seriously. But I like I like what I'm seeing in that regard. So shout out to Paula. She says she's watching the national championship, but she came in and said, "You can watch both. It's all good." Update. Tim made for him. Errol jab is gonna give him too much trouble.
Yeah. That in the body attack, the body work.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that dude doesn't duck too many shots. So, he's one of those Tim Zoo. Remember, that's what he did against Bachman. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go straight forward, and I'm gonna show him who hits harder." And I came back and said, "I woke up 2 weeks. I woke up and forgot what happened." So, he's not gonna be a guy that's gonna duck punches. Of course, my main man's in the building. Had to call up real quick from the worst city in the country, Dallas, Texas. My man, D Block. What's up, baby?
No, Jamel, congratulations, my brother. Another day of kicking ass. My brother, you did it. You did it for the people. You did it by the people. You literally trained your ass off. And what was the outcome? You trained harder. You worked harder. You made the outcome come through like you wanted it. My brother, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Yeah, guys, I'm calling from the greatest city of all time, Dallas, Texas. And you already know. Hey! Guys, I will say this. As we're having a great conversation, by the way, the greatest podcast out there, and you already know, Norv, you got the best. Jamel, you are the best. Nobody, you guys are untouchable. You're the greatest. You come with facts, you come with actual evidence, and you give everybody entertainment. But D Block is coming from the X world of X. You know how it is. It is literally either you a man or you a boy. You're gonna take the shit or you can't take the shit. I will say this, guys. I tweeted earlier today about Terrence Bud Crawford. I posted it. It's almost done 500 or something thousand views where he was talking shit about Teofimo Lopez's sisters or family members. It went viral. It went viral, and it went viral again today. For a man, and I'm just saying, I gotta bring it up. You know how I feel about Terrence. I don't like the guy. I don't want to be around the guy, and I would tell him in his face, brother, I don't respect that. As a face that's supposedly supposed to be the face of boxing, that's not how you, as a man, supposed to be treating other women. I know women can say whatever they want to say, but if you are a man, if you established to be the face of boxing, walk away. But no, you want to act like you just like everybody else. At the end of the day, it shows the class. You ain't got no class, but I'm gonna get away from that. I gotta get away from that. Errol Spence Jr., if he fights Tim Zoo, it will be a beautiful fight here in Dallas, Texas. Might not be Tech Stadium. Could be the Ford Center over here in Dallas with the Dallas Cowboys. Still, it's going to be a great fight. Bringing Tim Zoo, a credible opponent, guys. I think that is a great way to come out for 2026. And for his big fight in Texas Stadium, in Dallas Cowboy Stadium, this year in October. Hopefully he gets another fight in October in Dallas Cowboy Stadium with a big name, a big guy. Fedora? Could it be Fedora? Go ahead, guys.
No, I mean, I think Virgil. I know Virgil is definitely interested. Fedora will be a dope one. What do you think, Jamal?
No, like I said, there's a lot of good names, especially for Errol, especially, with the relationship he has in Dallas and everything like that. I think like I said, he could bring a lot of excitement back. You know what I'm saying? And again, don't forget the Charlos too.
Yeah, Charlos.
Just Texas alone. Texas alone has a lot of good names at 154 in boxing, man.
Now, guys, I will say this: those are great names. We need that Virgil Ortiz fight with Errol. I told you guys, Texas Stadium in October. Errol Spence Jr. taking on an actual legit, like they say. I think he's number one ranked in the Ring magazine. Taking on the number one guy, other than Boots Ennis, I would say that. That is That is the comeback of 2026 for Errol Spence Jr. Beat Tim Tszyu and beat Virgil Ortiz. Man, he could be fighter of the year. Guys,
Absolutely.
I will say this. Look, Teofimo Lopez is right now in the gym. I posted it earlier. He has fast hands. Did you not see that? The guy, for some reason, people think that this guy's slow. For some reason, these people think that he's nothing. He went through a war with Camboso. Look, I know it was not supposed to be that type of fight. Teofimo was supposed to go in there and knock his ass out. But like I said, not every great fighter has a great night. We're not all Floyd Money Mayweather. Let's be real with that. Manny Pacquiao has had his problems. George Foreman has had his problems. Even Oscar the Lawyer has had his own problems. I'm telling you right now, guys, and I'm going to repeat it again. We're 2 weeks away from the mega fight, from one of the biggest fights of 2026. Teofimo Lopez is going to go in there and knock the fuck out of Shakur Stevenson. I'm telling you right now, guys. Coming from Dallas, I'm speaking truth. It's coming with it. Teofimo Lopez, make boxing great again. It's never. C-Block, C-Count, TCV-Ville, for the biggest and the greatest podcast out here. Retweet to retweet. Hit that like button on YouTube and subscribe because these guys are legit. It's never. C-Block, C-Count, TCV-Ville.
My guy. I mean, yeah, a lot of people are downplaying Teofimo for whatever reason. I think it's a hard fight to call, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like I can't pick right now, to be honest, but we're definitely gonna find out. But moving forward from that, we're gonna get into that other stuff later. Roach versus Kid Schofield Jr. apparently is in rumors. Possible. Lamont Roach went on his Twitch earlier and stated that he wants to make that fight now that the belt is vacated from Gervonta Tank Davis, that he would like to take that fight, and Kid Schofield would be the opponent, apparently. What do you think about a Kid Schofield Jr. versus Lamont Roach going back down to 135?
I like that for Lamont. I think it's a good fight. Shit, if you look at it, he pretty much got both at the same stature. You know what I mean? Both have a lot of good tools. I really like Lamont in that fight, but again, Kid Schofield is a strong kid. You know, good foundation. But again, Lamont being more seasoned vet now, a lot more saltier. I think it's a good fight. I think it's a good fight for Lamont.
What do you think about the fact that he had problems early on with Pitbull's aggression and Schofield kind of fights that way, but he's a strong.
But he nullified that shit. You know what I'm saying? You say what you want. He nullified that shit. A lot of people thought that was a bit pulled. You got to remember also he moved up to 140 for that fight, and he still nullified that shit. Even with a knockdown, he still fought to a draw. Some people thought he probably could have won the fight. You know what I'm saying? Some people. So again, Lamont is no cakewalk. You know what I mean? Especially he has a good team. I know his father, know his camp. They got he has a good team behind him. They always come with the right game plan. Like I said, he didn't fight Pitbull the way he fought Tank. You feel me? So they always come. That right there tells you they still always come. They study their opponents and they come with a well-equipped game plan. If anything, shit, we didn't really get much from the Farmer fight with Kid Austin. It's not his fault. He did what you got to do. But you know what I'm saying, getting past that first round, we'll really get to see what Kid Austin's about with a seasoned fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, Kid is very strong, very aggressive, but I want to see. I want to see it, but it does kind of strike me odd that he's going back down to 135.
Why? He's not a natural 140. He's fucking 5'7", 5'7". Like, come on.
Why did he go to 140 in the first place?
He was waiting for the. Let's be real, bro. He was waiting for the fucking Tank rematch for that. How long? Yeah. I guarantee what happened, bro. I guarantee what happened. PBC was like, listen. Because again, he fought a PBC fighter. PBC was like, okay, we know we owe you a fight. Here's what we have available. Yeah. And knowing Lamont was not going to turn down. He's not going to turn down no smoke. So that's probably that was what they had. You know what I'm saying? That's what they had in line. Think about who else was at fucking 135 for Lamont to fight around that time with the PBC banner, and then PBC owed him a fight because he thought he was going to get a Tank rematch. Pitbull was probably the next best thing. He probably figured, well, Pitbull is not technically a big 140 pounder. Okay, whatever. I'll take this fight, and we see how the fight played out. But why would he stay up there? It was like a one and done.
Yeah, I mean, no, you're probably right. I was just wondering.
You can't sit there and say, even though it didn't happen yet, but fucking Shakur is saying that if he fights and beats Tio, he's going back down to 35 as well. So how can we and no one say anything about that? So why can't Lamont take the one and done and go back to 135? We probably feel like he's naturally, and I'm pretty sure he outgrew 130, so he's probably definitely not looking back to go to 130 again. So it's like, fuck it, I'm just going to just settle right in the middle between 40 and 30, which is 31, 35, and make my run there. There's still a lot of good smoke there at 35. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I respect the Lamont actually is trying to push for these motherfucking fights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's unfortunate because, well, not unfortunate, but like, you know, we don't know what's going on with Tank Davis, with his legal situation. So, I mean, the belt's vacated. Well, let me ask you a question. What in the world does a champion?
I got Lamont. I mean, I think. Just to answer the question in the chat. I got Lamont. I appreciate you. Don't take it too stupid. Appreciate you, bro. But I got Lamont just based off the experience and what I've seen his last couple of fights. Even though they were draws, a lot of people felt that he could have won those fights, or he should have gotten the nine for those fights. Yeah. So again, Lamont just has the better resume. Not saying that take anything from Kid Austin. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Schofield is a good fighter in his own right, but we haven't really got to see him get tested yet. Like again, we didn't get much from the Tevin Farmer fight, but it wasn't his fault. But I'm just saying, in terms of just experience and everything like that, Lamont has all the tools, and Lamont has showed that he can take away the bigger puncher's best assets. I mean, Pitbull's a bigger puncher. Look, Tank was definitely a bigger puncher. You know what I'm saying? And Lamont, nullified all that shit and made both fights competitive.
Let me ask you a question. What exactly is the purpose of them making Gervonta the champion in recess? Like, what does that actually mean?
Come on, bro. For real?
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I told you it's gonna do that shit already.
What are the benefits that for Tank? I don't understand.
Tank brings in motherfucking money. So whenever Tank is ready, let's say Tank's ready, Tank get his shit all taken care of, whatever.
Yeah.
And Tank is ready to come back. They'll have that whole championship reset shit and probably have some more title on the line just to get a sanction off a Tank. You see, they didn't listen, bro. You see, Lamont ain't do nothing wrong, but move up to 140 and take a fight there. And the minute he got in the ring, the WBA same fucking sanction body, they stripped him of his title. But I guarantee you, if that was Tank to do that shit, you know what I'm saying? They would have gave Tank at least the option, if he won or lost, to keep the belt up there or defend his title down where he was at. It's different. It's different strokes for different folks, bro. Tank, you know what I'm saying? Tank is the money maker. So of course they're gonna want to keep him in good graces and just in case he comes back. Because then they'll be like, okay, he's back. Whoever got the title, Tank can go back and get his belt. They're gonna make sure they get that motherfucking sanctions body. But if they just fully strip him and let's say Tank goes to fight for another organization, the WBA gets nothing. So of course they're gonna, the WBC is notorious for that shit too. Come on.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, what the hell does that actually mean? Instead of stripping them, they stripped everybody else, but
it's just a fancy title to keep certain motherfuckers in good graces. Like, come on, like, what was the WBC shit, the WBC belt they had, and basically brought it when they just made it for Canelo, where he could never be stripped or forced to fight a mandatory. Like, come on, like, bro, it depends who the fuck you are. If that was me, I'm stripped. It's over. Yeah. Hey, Jamel's a good champion, but we got business. We got to move on. Can't hold the title up, bro. They wasn't gonna listen. They wasn't gonna strip you, and there's nothing. They wasn't even gonna strip Tank until the shit got really serious.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That'd been anybody else. Oh no, we need that right now.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I was like, dude, like, what the hell does that actually mean? But yeah, I mean, Tank, whatever. Tank is the guy. What's good? Yo, that's Jamel Herring. Yes, that is Jamel Herring. Yep, it is. Going forward, the Charlos are back beefing. Can't believe my own twin brother, Mother Effer, was on there talking like that because of jealousy. Kane killed Abel Wright. Mother Effer should have fought Canelo then. Now look at boxing. Them psychedelics got the best of him. Early bird get the worm. We are not the same. Money Mel. Bro, what is going on with these brothers, bro? They're twins. Literally twins. I mean, what do you make of this situation going on with these two, bro?
Appreciate you, Bam. But I'm not surprised, bro. This is Mel Charlo. Like, bro, he don't hold his tongue for nobody. Right, they've been beefing since the fucking womb. Like,
but publicly, bro, like, come on, bro. Like,
you know, good. That's just how he is.
oh my God. I remember he was all emotional. I forgot which one it was that he didn't show up to his fight. Apparently they squashed it. Their wives were beefing. Like, I'm like, yo, come on, bro. Like, he even insinuated possibly fighting his brother, which was crazy. Like, I was just like, well, I mean, what's going on with the Charles? I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling all the Twitter banter. They need to leave that stuff alone, bro. They're brothers, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man.
You don't care? My brothers, yo, you see my brother, man. I don't want to speak bad of it because, like I said, my man, that's my man's Fernando, man. Before you see Fernando and the Mono, they're fighting, publicly.
Oh, I forgot about that video. What's going with the brothers fighting? Fernando Jr. and I seen that. Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all could have did. I don't know, man. That's crazy. I seen that.
We're seeing come out and say something, but like, I'm glad. I hope they, squash that shit. But yeah, it's also on their brothers in public. Like, my little brothers fight too.
Yeah, I know, but you're not supposed to put it out there in the public, bro. Like, you gotta respect Mom Dukes and Pop Dukes, bro. Like, we get it, but Jesus, like. And then he basically Charles referenced, you should have took the Canelo fight, taking a shot, like basically saying you're jealous because I got the Canelo fight, I got that bag. I would love to get to the bottom of what's actually going on.
I don't, because that ain't there.
You don't care? You don't care?
I had my run-ins with him already as little shit, emotional shit.
Really? No, hold on. You can't just bypass that. What do you mean? What run-ins? You can't just say it and not say what happened.
I can talk to you later about that shit, bro. Yeah,
oh man, Jamel, you're leaving the fans, you're leaving the supporters hanging. Right?
Cause every other 3 years, so me and him bump heads about some since 2015. Like it's been on some shit. Like we be cool 1 minute, the next minute he mad at me about some shit. When it comes to fucking individuals or who I'm with or people I associate with. Like I said, when I was getting ready for the Jermaine Ortiz fight, who was he fight? What's the dude he fought for the unified title? Brian, what's his name? What's it? Castaneda, whatever.
Yep.
He was mad at me for being in the gym. Like, bro, we had the same trainer at the time. Like, yo, well, of course I'm gonna see him in the gym. He was mad at me about that. Like, it's like so. It's always something when it comes to him, bro.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. You got some emotional people out there in boxing. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. Make sure you share the Twitch stream. Make sure you guys share, like, and everything. So also moving forward, Jared Anderson. Shout out to my guys, Four Corner Podcast. They put out basically the milk carton, what they do every week, where there's a boxer missing. And Jared Anderson responded to this. He said, "Top Rank, at J Prince Respect." I guess that's J Prince Jr. or Senior. "Please tell these nice people why I'm not fighting, because I've been showing the world I'm in shape and ready." What the hell is going on with Jared Anderson, and why isn't he fighting? What's going on, Mel? I know you know the scoop. What's going on?
I don't know, bro. I have no idea. So, honestly, I don't know. I don't know if he's taking a shot at his management and promoters. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely is. Look at it. I mean, look at it.
I'm not trying to shit. Listen, man. I'm cool on that.
Well, let's put it together.
Yeah.
Fight with Turkey. With Turkey.
Man, Jay-Z. Yeah, like I don't have my run-ins with Jay Princeton already in my career as it is. Like, I don't want to speak too much, but I ain't got the facts. But again, like it sound like you telling like they keeping them on the shelf type thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like I said, until we hear more,
still upset.
I don't know.
You think they're still upset about him taking that Turkey Al-Asik fight and that? Remember, at one point he was on.
He fought after that though. He fought after it, but it wasn't. But he fought afterwards. He fought after that, right? It just wasn't a stellar. It wasn't a stellar performance. But he fought. So and they can't hold it against him. Everybody ate. Everybody got the bag. Everybody ate. I mean, so they can't hold it. They can't hold that against him. I don't know.
I mean, listen, Bob Arum came out and spoke on it as well. He kind of was upset about it. My man Biscuits over here says what it is excuses. Anderson ain't that guy, and we all know it. Damn, the American heavyweight is taking a beating this year. I responded to him. I said, "Hey, Jared, why don't you come on the show and explain to us what's actually going on. So what do you think it is at this point? In your expert opinion, since you've been in the game for like
probably wrote somebody wrong over there. They probably not seeing eye to eye. Could be money. Could be money. Let's be real. So you on the shelf. Simple.
Damn, Jared is on the show. Shout out to my guys Four Corners, because every time they drop one of those milk carton things, these fighters respond. Like, they'll get upset. Like, yo.
That's
like,
good. That's good. That's a good way to get their ass, wake their asses up.
Bro, like, they be like, yo, hold on. This is why or that. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, that's crazy. Shout out to my guy X and the whole Four Corners crew. But, I mean, I'd like to see Jared Anderson back, but, that's the thing that sucks about boxing, bro. Look what's going on with the Virgil situation. And Rick and Oscar, and it's just too much going on. And, fighters want to fight and promoters want to promote. I don't know what's going on right now, bro. But boxing is absolutely crazy on the business side. People are scrambling around. Turkey's not taking certain fights. Somebody said that with the Virgil situation, that Turkey's just sitting around waiting to just scoop up the fight for a lesser amount than originally was there. Absolute Joe says, do you want to see Anderson again? That's for you, Jamal.
I wouldn't mind, yeah. I wouldn't mind, but there's going to be some intriguing matchups. I don't want to see him in there. And I'm saying you already fighting at a top level. Can't move backwards.
And who do you want to see him fight against?
Right now, I don't know. But right now, Europe is dominating the heavyweight division.
Yeah, man. This is for years, though, bro. I don't remember the last great American heavyweight.
I'm saying, yeah, you got to fight somebody.
Who was the last great American heavyweight? Damn.
Wilder.
Okay, but a lot of people say he didn't really beat anybody either.
I don't give a fuck. But hey, a lot of motherfuckers didn't want to fight him either at 1.2 though.
Hell no.
Listen, the only time motherfuckers got froggy is when Tyson Fury beat him. Nobody else was calling him out, bro. No, Eddie Hearn was keeping him away from Joshua. Everything. Nobody was beating Wild. That's what I'm saying. That's why I like same thing with Errol, bro. I hate when motherfuckers trying to write you up when you lose to, you know what I'm saying, whatever, just in the third. But before then, the motherfucker was unstoppable. Like same thing with Errol. Errol lost to one guy who's a fucking definitely a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame. Just put hands on the fucking on the face of boxing and shit like that, whatever. Like, come on, Errol Spence he's not this. Like, bro, he lost to a fucking a special fighter. Wilder lost to somebody who actually, you know what I'm saying, wanted to sit there and risk it and go toe to toe with him and box him. You know what I'm saying? But other than before that, nobody was trying to fight Wilder. So I'm not going to sit there and say that Wilder was you know what I'm saying, wasn't representing, wasn't the face of, at least like you pointed, like who's the face of American boxing. It was Wilder.
No, I remember everybody wanted to see Wilder. Wilder was hitting people with the one-hitter quitters and going crazy, bro. So I don't know. I definitely feel you on that. My man Jesse Perez disagrees with you. He says Wilder is washed. Respectfully. That's what he's saying. I don't know. He don't stand a chance against Usyk. Is that really gonna go down? Usyk and Wilder? I've been seeing rumors about that.
Who knows, man? That could be Usyk's swan song. You know what I'm saying? Get it? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, Wilder isn't the same as he was 5 years ago. You know what I mean? So that could be his swan song to get a big name still on his resume before he leaves the game. Because these young motherfuckers on his ass too. These young heavyweights coming up, they on Usyk ass too, and he ain't getting no younger.
Yeah. Wait. I thought Wilder fought. He said 2.5 years ago. No, I thought it's fought. Didn't he fight last year?
They fought Zhang, Big Zhang.
Yeah, nah, he fought. He fought.
He had to come and fight after that too. He had to come back and fight that.
Yeah. On Black Prime, I think it was.
Yeah, they're trying to get him to fight AJ.
Yeah. He said only black fighters aren't allowed to lose. Yeah, I mean that's what it seems like. I ain't gonna lie to you. But never. I mean, Jesse Presley, I get it, but he was still winning, bro. Like,
all America, that's all we care about America, though. He was still the face of American heavyweight boxing, though, regardless.
People can say whatever they want, but he wasn't a great boxer, whatever. He was putting boxers to sleep. Boxers, like he was, I mean, it's crazy how people think how they talk about my guy. I was talking about Spence. He fought after Zhang. Oh, okay. It's actually been 3 years since Spence's fought, I think. Whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, July of 2023 or whatever. So it's going on 3 years this summer.
That's about 3 years, something like that. Your boy is back.
Right. We put him in King Kong. Motherfuckers, King Kong was fucking dudes up too, though.
Yeah. Big Bang Zang.
I hate people will quickly diminish what you did prior to you taking an L. Not saying that Wilder's the same guy, like I said, he was 5 years ago, but in terms of like, yo, when he was fighting, we can't sit there and lie like we wasn't tuning in. Was tuning in. We was tuning in, dog. We was tuning in. Like we all can admit that he didn't have the best form of technique. That was the whole joke about it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have the greatest technique, whatever, but that motherfucker, if he land some more windmill right hand on your ass, you was going to sleep.
Bro, people were petrified, bro. When he would cock that thing back and bow, you'd be like, oh, yeah. Bro, like honestly, to me, besides Foreman, he might be the heaviest puncher I've ever seen in my life, dog. He used to just land, like, bro, he would land and it'd be done. Can you imagine if he hit Jake Paul like that? I mean, that's insane. That guy's insane. Ortiz got 3 losses, by the way. Yeah, no one wanted to fight Ortiz. Wilder smoked him twice. Facts, but whatever. Your boy's back in the news. We actually were the ones that broke this story about a month and a half ago with Keyshawn Davis beefing with the camp of Brian Bomack. And your man Bernie went on my man Mill City's show, and he had this to say.
I didn't see no signs of that. I don't think none of us could have seen no signs of that in the preparing to the De Los Santos fight. I don't know that. Maybe in the fight before that, in the camp before that, the guys might have had to counsel about some things, which, I wasn't privy to and didn't hear anything about. But I know for the De Los Santos fight, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary for that fight, And like I said, he said he was drinking so much, that's why he couldn't make the weight. And I never even heard that he drunk. I never seen him take a drink. I never heard that he drink or nothing. And to drink every day during a training camp the way we put him in is crazy. I don't know how he was able to sustain himself, for that time. And if I'm being honest, he wasn't 4 pounds overweight at first. He wasn't.
Okay.
So
I told you that. I told you that.
He decided that it wasn't a thing he wanted to. He decided he wasn't going to make the weight.
Yeah, so, I told you that, though.
I don't know what that was a decision on him. Like I said, he basically said that. He couldn't make the weight. He said in another interview, he said, I couldn't make the weight. He said that even when he was after the De Los Santos fight. He said it, I just didn't want to do it. So it was based on him. He didn't want to make the weight. So whether he blamed it on drinking, whether he blamed it on the mental aspect of things, he just didn't want to make the weight.
Bro, I told you that. It wasn't no motherfucking night. He was over. It was 4 pounds over. Bro, he woke. I told you, you can go back and look at our interviews when we were speaking this shit. Yeah. What I was told from the camp, he woke up the day of the fight. He was, I think, 1 or 2 pounds overweight. That was it. 1 or 2 pounds overweight. Mm-hmm. He decided to go drink the motherfucking some coconut water, and he just said he wasn't gonna do it. And decided to go chug some coconut water, which brought his weight back up to fucking 4 pounds over the limit, bro. It wasn't no motherfucker. I was coming in because I was drinking now and I couldn't lose weight because they brought it because the same nutritionist that I fucking use. I spoke to them. They brought her in. Because Kelvin was also a little bit overweight. They brought her in. She helped Kelvin Luke get down to the weight because I just seen Kelvin fought that night. Kelvin went, he lost the weight. They asked if he wanted to use her assistance. He denied it. She's not gonna force it, and that was that. But he wasn't overweight 4 pounds when he woke up the day of the fight. He was actually over like 1 pound or 2 over. And instead of losing it, he just said fuck it and went to go drink the motherfucking coconut water, thinking that Top Rank was gonna, and Edwin's team was gonna be like, okay, let's alter the contract. I'll vacate, but he thought the fight was still gonna happen. When that didn't happen, you seen the whole fight got shut down. That's when the whole criticism came that whatever, yada yada yada. And we see what happened. Played out from there, but man, he wasn't no 4 pounds overweight the day of the fucking fight. He actually woke up maybe a pound or two. They said over, and they brought in a nutritionist that Bud, myself, and many others use because she's respectable in the game, and he didn't want to use it, bro. So, but all that, yeah. So like, and Bernie was right though, bro. Like I've been in camps with Bud and them, fucking I don't know how many years. Both everybody basically. I'm trying to tell you, everybody's in one house. Everybody's in one house. So you being telling me that your coach, your trainer's not going to see you walking around here drunk. You're not. So you're not. We all been in the motherfucking gym. You sweat a lot. They not going to smell that shit through your pores, motherfucking. That Henny on the rocks in your pore. Come on, bro.
Do you think it's that Keyshawn has a problem with accountability? Because I feel like he's blaming.
That's what it sounds like, man. And it's like, again, like, bro, skillful fighter, really good fighter. I don't know what the fuck. I just don't know what the fuck be going on here mentally. But like, he checks the boxes for the eye test. You know what I'm saying, around the board. You know what I'm saying? You can't take his talent and skill away from him. But it's like, bro, why are we still harping on? We still harping on the past, but now you're not even coming. You know what I'm saying? Forward with the real story. It's like every time you hear it, it's some new shit.
Yeah, and you could tell that Bomac's camp is getting tired of the rhetoric. I remember when Bomac texted you when we were live, and he said he questioned his integrity. He doesn't have anything to speak for his integrity. But I mean, Keyshawn kind of downplayed it, and matter of fact, he responded. This is what he had to say on X. He said, Bomac out here talking bad about me. Now Bernie out here talking bad about me. And all I had to say about them guys was positivity. I thought y'all were supposed to be the OGs in the game, but y'all out here doing what prospects do. Shaking my head. Anyways, new team, new date, better me. Then he writes, had my coaches sparring in my house last night. Wow. I mean, well, he's putting it on Bomac. He's saying Bomac's out here talking greasy about him. What's your response to that?
Man, this is what I said. I wasn't there. It is what it is, bro. But people like that whole come on, bro. That whole drinking every day in camp and your coaches like that shit. That you know what I'm saying? Say what you want, how you trying to make it seem like how you were feeling or going through. That looks bad on your coaches too, though. Like, your coaches didn't see the problem. Like, damn, and they still should let you fight. That makes them look bad. So, like, why would you do that to your trainers, bro? Come on, bro.
Nah, and
I can't even go through the weekend fucked up. Like,
yeah, I mean, you make the team.
I can't even go through the weekend fucked up trying to be functional and shit. Let alone 8 weeks of training camp every day. You drinking every day.
Yeah, I realized that dynamic when, like, from the jump when he was talking, Keisha, and I was like, bro, like he kind of sounds like he's shading them. He's not taking responsibility. Like it's just an awkward situation. And I mean, what we heard,
Bam. I said, yeah, man, I'm with Bam, bro. Like, my bad, no. Like, I'm not getting always politically correct, but come on, man. As a fighter, like we said, you gotta take accountability, bro.
Yeah, we all know Bomac ain't politically correct, but at the same time, yeah, I mean, yeah, 100%. It's just, I mean,
it's always somebody else's fault. It's always some shit that was going on. I'm not listening. I've had plenty of mental, you know what I'm saying, mental episodes and this and the third. But like I was speaking with my man JC, because he talked to my trainer Henry Ramirez. He told Henry, you would never know anything that goes on with Jamel outside of the ring, because when I come into the ring, I'm just professional about things. I leave all my problems at home. Not saying that everybody should do that or take, you know what I'm saying, but I'm just saying that, like, you would never know. But again, I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? I just take a different approach about it. Like when I vent about the shit that I go through mentally. But I'm not in the process though, I'm not dragging or bringing others down with me. You know what I'm saying? If I fuck up, I fucked up. That's just what it is. I'm human. I'm not perfect, but it's like it's always something, or somebody else did something and was like, come on, bro.
No, absolutely. And that's why
we just ready to get in. Just stop doing interviews. Just get back in the ring at this point. Because we're not gonna get to the bottom of anything of the shit that goes. Like, just get back in the ring, bro.
And it's crazy because that was my biggest thing about Keyshawn. I feel like he does not take accountability. It's always something else. And look. I mean, that's the most concerning thing for me. Even him preparing himself for his next fight. When I don't know. I mean, I don't know who's his corner. Was it Derek James the one in his corner? I'm not sure, but you know, he doesn't. Who's his trainer for his next fight? Nobody still knows.
Like I said, his VA team, bro. His team. Go look at his page. You see people from VA. I know. I recognize a few of them from the bases. So
and that's my thing. When people got to realize too, you need strong figures in your camp. You need strong figures in your team that aren't just gonna yes you to death. You're not always right. And I feel like when it comes to Keyshawn, that's what he wants. He wants people to kiss his ass.
So you want yes man? You say yes man.
Yes, man. Yeah, that's what he wants. And you could tell that the camp, Bomac's camp, is definitely going out their way now to kind of defend it, especially rumors having been paid. You know what I mean?
Yo, you got Teach, somebody said the same shit when he put that whole story out about drinking. I seen a lot of motherfuckers in on social media. Oh yeah, Jermaine gonna win. Cause I don't know, because there's always something every camp.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He definitely has an issue taking responsibility, but let's see what happens moving forward. He does fight on the 31st on the Teofimo card with Shakur. So my man Tyreek says, if Teo beats Shakur, do you think he should bud out of retirement? But there's no way. It's too much weight. Bud's not going nowhere south of 160.
That man just had a retirement party on Saturday. That man's not coming out of retirement no time soon. If he does,
no, he's not, man. I mean, we could probably get a Haney fight, but I don't know.
He's not coming. What weight? Like I said, he's definitely not going to 47. So what weight we talking about?
Teach says he thinks that Jermaine is gonna beat Keyshawn. I don't know. I mean, Keyshawn's going for the knockout. That's what he said. Again, it does concern me the fact that I don't know how motivated or how skilled his corner is. I don't know who his trainers are. So, I mean, I think that's something that would concern anyone who's working with him. But, he's definitely leaning on Shakur Stevenson. Maybe Shakur is going to steer him in the right direction. Bud will fight again, guaranteed. I think Bud's going to fight. But I don't think it's anywhere south of 160, to be honest with you. I just don't. I don't see that happening. But, whatever. Let me see something. You see your boy Rick and Oscar going crazy, too, by the way.
I'm not even going to see him speak on that shit. Yeah. Let the attorneys handle that shit. Let the attorneys handle it. They'll be all right.
That shit is crazy, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. That is wild. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Unfortunate for those two individuals. Hold on one second. Ortiz, 1, 2.
I seen Oscar Valdez is a free agent, but
yeah, I was about to pull that up, but I don't know what the hell did I do with it. Oscar Valdez, what is it?
360 DH. But yeah, I seen. Yeah, I mean, the fuck did Oscar Valdez go from here in his career?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, last
fight, if people felt like he lost his last fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he had good. Prior to that, he got beat. I mean, again, was it against what's his name? Oh my God, what's his name? He's one of my guys too. What the hell is this guy's name? What did he lose to bad? He was all knotted up. Oscar Valdez.
Navarrete?
Yes, Navarrete. Yep. I mean, yeah, Oscar was yeah. What's up with Navarrete, bro? That's one of my favorite guys right now too. But yeah, I mean, Oscar Valdez.
Nah, he better fight the IBF champion. He better fight the other Mexican dude that's out there putting shit to sleep. He better unify. He's in a unification match coming soon.
Okay. Here's who you're talking about right here. Valdez now a free agent. 2-division champion Oscar Valdez is reportedly now a free agent following the end of this deal with Top Rank.
I'm gonna tell you that's just a lot because he started his whole career. He has his whole career with Top Rank.
Really?
So, his whole career. That's why Top Rank made sure to do right by him. I'm not saying they babied him, but they took care. He was there. It was a day one. It was a day one type thing. You know what I'm saying? So for him to to end his partnership with Top Rank, that's a lot. Bro, he's shot. No offense. So I see him doing commentating. I think it was a Matias fight. He was doing commentating. I'm sorry.
Yeah, recently, yeah, he's been doing.
But Where does he go? Like they say he struggled. He struggled in Mexico. People felt like he should have lost the fight.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he got beat bad by Navarrete too. Like, I mean, sometimes you just gotta hang it up. Shout out to my guy Geraldini. Gerald McCoy says, "Congrats on your victory."
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, Gerald. Appreciate you.
You know what I mean? Oh man, I like Key, but I don't think whatever. Hold on. I mean, Navarrete. What is that Navarrete fight, by the way?
It's coming around the corner. It's coming.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it should be soon, man. Navarrete low-key was losing to Siraz, though. Yeah. Oh, Navarrete, last fight I saw, he got crazy, and he said that he had hurt his hand prior. Like he had like a torn ligament in his wrist, and that's why whatever. So I'm looking forward to seeing him in his next fight. Teach says, "What about the Shushu fight? I hope he becomes champion and moves up because I feel like he's drained at 126." What do you think about my man Teach's comments?
I can see it, man. Like Shushu is like what 30 years old, so he probably is young.
That old? I didn't even know he was that old. Shushu.
Yeah. That was people trying to knock against him. They trying to say he's old or whatever. But like 30 years old, 126. He probably get the belt. Probably do, you know what I'm saying? Get the belt, defend it, and move up to 130. You know what I mean? I can see that happening. That seems. If you look at especially if you look at the trend with top rank fighters, top rank always make, you know what I'm saying, at least try to make you defend it at least one time. You know, they tried to do that with Keyshawn before, having the whole weight thing, before he wanted to move up and so forth, and other fighters as well. But I can see him winning the title, at least defending it one time, and then probably moving to 130. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at February 28th is Eduardo Nunes, Sugar Nunes. Sugar Nunes is one of Navarrete fights.
I like Navarrete, man. He's all gas, no brakes. I think he's more skilled.
Yeah, I mean, Emiliano Vargas is on that card as well. So I'm saying, I knew there's somebody else on that card as well. So yeah, it'll be on the zone. It's Eddie Hearn matchroom card. So yeah, February 28th, and it'll be in Glendale, Arizona.
Okay. My guy, the Tyreek 7 says, I want to know how Jamel thinks Benavidez.
That's a good fight. Ja is a good fight. So I don't know. I want to see more. I want to see what he do, how what Benavidez does with the Zotto fight at that weight. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has a ceiling in terms of weight. So I want to see how if his power and activity transfers with more weight on him, you know what I'm saying, up north.
You talking about Benavidez?
Yeah.
I mean, Benavidez is dangerous, man. If he can continue with that hand.
If he can go from the middleweight to cruiserweight and still keep that activity, you know what I mean? Wow. I don't know. I'm saying, I'm glad you brought that up, Teach. I think that brings up a sticky situation because the whole thing was eliminating, sanctions by the Zuffa. But I think if I'm being real with you, I think it's going to play out the way, not exactly, but like how the PBC said this is what they're going to do boxing. Because remember at one point in time, PBC was even talking about having their own belt. Remember that shit? People forget about that. PBC was talking about having their own belt at one point. But remember the PBC format was also about, free, getting rid of this, getting rid of that, free boxing across all major platforms again, no more pay-per-view, yada, yada. But over time, you know what I'm saying, the machine of boxing started to take over again. So I think like with Zuffa, I think we might see something similar. Like, okay, they would say they want to do this and do that, but maybe after the first year or so, they're probably going to want to, especially if they also get bigger names to come on board, but those bigger names also have titles. I'm pretty sure those fighters are going to want to also keep their titles, you know what I'm saying, keep their belts. So yeah. I think Zuffa is going to basically fall into, okay, we said this, but we might have to start playing ball with these sanctioned bodies because of the fighters, or if we want to get other fighters on board who have titles and they're not willing to drop their belts, you know what I'm saying, they're going to want to keep their titles, bro.
Yeah, I agree, but I think Zuffa is going to be around simply just because of Turkey LC's
check. I think they're going to be around tomorrow, but their format is going to change.
Yeah, no,
we're not doing business with sanctions, but I'm pretty sure like they're going to fall into the rest of the system. They're going to be around, but they're going to fall into the rest of the system in terms of bringing sanctions back. They may try to limit, you know what I'm saying, or have maybe like a partnership. Like everybody feels like certain promoters are like real close with certain sanctioned bodies, so forth. Like they try to say top rank And WBO is pretty much the same, and yada yada and so forth, stuff like that. But again, they're not going to get rid of the sanction bias, especially if they want to bring in other big fighters.
No. My man John McCoy wants to know, may have been addressed, who does Canelo fight recently? Turkey LSC came out and said Canelo will be back, I think, for September, Mexican Independence Day. And he said it's a big fight. There's a lot of big fights that Canelo, that people want to see with Canelo Alvarez. What fight do you think it's going to be for Canelo Alvarez in September? He said it's for a belt too, by the way. Hold on, D-Block. What do you think? You don't care?
Nah, I just don't know, bro. Like a big fight and for a belt, I have no idea. But right now, everything's scattered, and they're trying to get fighters to fight for the vacated titles that Bud left vacated. So I have no idea, bro. Unless it's a different weight class, I don't fucking know.
Yeah. D-Block, what up? What do you think?
Guys, D-Block, two-tap. I will say this. Shushu, after, knowing that he's going to fight on this January 1st fight, have you noticed that there's not really been a lot of, a lot of fandom out there for Shushu? He got to get his fan base up, man. He's a great fighter. He just needs a lot of more support from the fans, from Twitter, from Instagram. Like, the guy, I believe in Shushu, guys. I really do. He was the guy that wanted to take on, Inouye? Didn't he want to take on Inouye?
Yeah, anyway? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, have you noticed that there's not really a lot of fandom out there for him right now?
No, not really. Not really. But let me answer Joe's question. Canelo, you know what fight I think is going to be with Canelo Alvarez, to be honest with you? I got a feeling it's going to be Bivol. I just feel like it's going to be Bivol in September. That's the guy he wanted. It's the guy with the titles. And if he's able to come back and beat Bivol, that'll be major at this point. You know what I mean? So I personally think it's going to be Dimitri Bivol. And then he'll fight one fight and then he's going to retire. That's what I believe. What do you think about that, D-Block?
Being a Canelo fan, being a fan of boxing, being a fan of the boxing god, I think what Turkey Ali Sheikh said himself, it is going to be a championship belt type of fight. It ain't going to be just anybody. You hit it right there, brother. That's why I love you and respect you. You are already predicting something that's going to be great. Mm-hmm. Canelo Alvarez versus Bivol 2, redemption story for Canelo Alvarez to take on the guy that literally, for everybody that said that he took his soul away from the sport.
Yeah.
So why not go after the man that took your soul and grab his soul and make his ass suffer for the things that you had to suffer? Because what Canelo Alvarez has suffered, guys, what he suffered for the Canelo fan base is very, like it brings people to depression. I'm telling you, I'm being honest with you right now, guys. Yeah, as a Canelo fan, no matter what people say, D-Block will always be 100% Canelo fan. It brought us to a depression to know that my brother had a cap, and that cap was Bivol. Why not go for the rematch? You're right there. This fight will sell, and if it gets made in Las Vegas, T-Mobile Arena, you don't think everybody's going to show up?
Yeah, I mean, it's Canelo, yeah.
On the zone? Let's go.
Yeah.
And Jamel, maybe you could be under the undercard, brother. Maybe you'll be under the undercard. Let's talk to Turkey. You still active. You still got it.
Turkey needs to reach out. We need to host the event. I told you I want to do a show at Turkey's house, but I think it's gonna be Dimitri Bivol, bro. I mean, that was one of those fights that I think after that he ended up getting surgery as well. He said he was hurt. So I think he really
was hurt with Crawford too.
Yeah,
he was hurt with Crawford too.
Yeah, but Crawford's not gonna fight him. Crawford is like, yo, if I don't get 100 million, Bivol, they're not gonna run into that issue with Bivol, the money situation.
Exactly.
So
I
think it's gonna be Dimitri Bivol. It's not. Some people say Benavidez. I'm like, no way, it's gonna be Benavidez. It's not. He just doesn't respect Benavidez. He's not gonna fight Benavidez. Bivol, I think, is the one that Canelo is gonna end up fighting in September. I don't see anybody that makes sense.
No, and Jamel, I want to ask you a question because we're live right now. The whole world is hearing us. Even my daughter, her birthday today, by the way.
Happy birthday,
yesterday. Happy birthday. Thank you so much, brothers. She's listening to us live right now. I love you, Eliana. I love you, baby. I know you're in Arizona. I know you're doing your thing. But I'm gonna say this, guys. For the momentum that David Benavidez thinks he has, right? A lot of people are telling me that he's the next Mexican hope. How? How are you the next Mexican hope? Brother, Who have you fought? Who have you beaten? I'll be honest with you. Has he beat a top 10 pound-for-pound fighter of the world? Has he beat a top 15 pound-for-pound fighter of the world? Maybe yards. Yeah, you could say that in that division. But that's it. Never wanted to fight Caleb Plant when it was supposed to be unification. And never hit that Mando against Canelo Alvarez. Look, that's a story for another day. But at the end of the day, who is David Benavidez? Who is he for you to pay him so much money? He calls out Canelo every day, and he's already at cruiserweight. He already is going to fight Ramirez that is literally leftovers from Bivol. Like, come on. Stop bringing that guy's name up like he's a real top 10 pound-for-pound fighter of the world. When somebody gets almost beat up by David Morrell, and that guy's green, and he's Cuban, nah, we got problems, brother. But I'm going to say it like this. Thank you so much. I know how to come with it. I'm a Canelo fan, but I'm a boxing fan at the end of the day. And look, I love my guy, and I love boxing, guys. You know how I am, guys. Jamel, congratulations again. Norbs, keep on doing it. Remember to hit that retweet and hit that YouTube subscribe button. Hit that like, because these guys are it. And I'm still here hearing it. Let's go. It's inevitable. D-Block, D-Town, D-Ville. And Norbs, you got it wrong. From the greatest city of all time, Dallas, Texas.
I hate the Cowboys. That's what it is. I can't stand the Cowboys. Benavidez should be respected. He wants to. I like Benavidez. I think Benavidez is a dog. I can't fully agree with my guy, but it is what it is. Mel, I think some of the people want to know what's next for you. You said you're gonna fight the champion. I've seen the interview.
I'm still waiting for a response.
Oh, he hasn't responded. Oh man, we should bring him on the show. We should bring him on. See what he says to you. I mean, he did say he was on his list.
I was saying he put me on notice.
You're on the naughty list. He's coming for you, bro. He's coming for you.
That's cool.
On that note, man, I ain't got much else. But you got anything else you got to say?
Nah, we covered everything so far. We miss anything?
Not that I know. You're just sitting way far back, so it looks awkward. Like
I'm just chilling. I was just chilling in my posture.
It looks a better shot when you move up.
That was cool. No, I ain't got nothing.
But, make sure you guys tune in every Monday, Wednesday.
My mom and my brother, they wanted us to go on. They wanted us to go on last night, but I was traveling. It was like, yeah, y'all should get on the pod and tell us because you just came out fresh off the win. I'm like, I'm trying to chill right now.
I was hoping you would have called me from the ring. And
Monday, man, they cut my time, but I'm gonna get my promos in. They know I'm good with promo.
It's the Mel Herring Show. That drink is hilarious. The buck you, whatever it is.
Get bucked up.
I'm like, what? Buck up? I'm like, yo, I don't know, man. But make sure the supporters tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern to the Teddy Podcast on Twitch, X, YouTube, wherever you can find us. We're on all audio platforms. For those that are asking, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts.
Everywhere, man. We everywhere.
Get bucked up.
Everywhere.
We gotta get bucked up to sponsors. Get bucked up. I was like, yo, Jamal's not gonna drink that. There's no way he's gonna drink that. I was like, he should have died of thirst in there. But on that note, man, make sure y'all catch us every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Jamel, find him at Jamel Herring on Instagram, on Twitter, I think all the social media, and myself at Streetstar NORBE. On that note, we are out of here. We love y'all. See y'all Wednesday. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe. We out of here.